Yeah. Well, why not? All right, what's up, people? How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. How y'all feeling? All right. Yo, happy post-Thanksgiving for anybody who celebrated that or ate. Anybody who ate food. Same thing, Indigenous Peoples Day, Kill Whitey, whatever you call it. Happy Colonizer Day. Somebody feed those kids day, whatever works for you. Who bought the potato salad? Don't eat it day. What is going on, party people? All right, welcome to the people here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. People on YouTube, my moderator is the one and only Buck Bewley. Give it up for Buck, y'all. Thank you, Buck. When I was in high school, I had a teacher by the name of Mr. Sheets. Anybody went to Northwestern High School in Hyattsville? Man by Mr. Sheets. Today, he wore sunglasses, golden chains, golden bracelets, gold rings. He's going, hey, sit down, have a seat. Right over there at the board. I think he was a low-key mob boss. He was something. He was something in the mob, and he was just trying to throw him off his tail, pretending to be a high school science teacher or something. Or was it social studies? I forget what he taught. We didn't learn much from Mr. Sheets when it comes to books, but we learned life lessons. Like a made man never wears shorts. Stuff like that. Random stuff. Yeah. We also learn if you pick a girl up in your car, and if you open the door and let her in, if she doesn't reach over and open your door, she's got to walk. Yeah, learn all these things. What else did we learn? You know, just random things that were important to every young person's life. That's what we learn, people. We learn these facts of life. Wow. What is going on in my comment section? Is that a fight? No, Tim, it's not a fight. I want to say what's up to my people on YouTube who support the show, Facebook and Twitter who support the show. You guys are my VIPs. Thank you for supporting this show. Thank you for believing in me, in this show, in the mission, and that it's important that truth get out here on these airways, out on these internet highways somehow. And thank you for, believing that I can help do that. Actually, you're helping me do that, so we're doing it together, frankly. Frankly, we're kind of doing it together. So thank you for doing this with us. What else? Oh, man. Anybody new to the show in the house tonight? Okay, so look, guys. Hit the like button on your way in. Hit the like button for us. We do this every day except Saturday. And that is 9:30 p.m.-ish. Real late tonight. I almost was like, hey, man. Whew. Hey, some leftover turkey. I was like, I don't know. Mrs. Black did to me like, you want to do a show tonight? I was like, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. You guys, if you know how many times I said maybe, and at that time, I'm right down here in this damn chair, you don't know. Oh, a lot. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? I got nothing to say. They don't want to hear this. Go in the kitchen, in the ham, get the knife, put it here. So look, if you're new to this channel, I'm Tim Black. I'm the host of the show. We cover U.S. politics here, and we do our best every time out to kick them in the truth. That's what we do. We do a good job at it, too. Yeah, we do a good job at it. So I'd like to get to it because, liquor store is still open. Hopefully they'll be open when this is over. Woo! You guys ready for some contact news, some real news you can use? So check this out, guys. Okay. All right, let's go. Let's get the energy up now. Come on, guys. Come on now. Give me energy. Give me love. Come on. Yeah. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Hey. All right. Let's do this. Okay, guys. I got a couple stories I'd like to run by you just to kind of get you up to speed on what was going on in the world while you were busy working in it. Yeah, I'd like to make sure that you are abreast of situations. So if you have to kick somebody in the head, you'll have a reason to away. Oh boy. TLDR. Goodness gracious, Johnson. What's his problem? Just start a blog, dude. It's comment section like this. Are you playing chopsticks? Start a blog, dude. It's free. I'd rather just go to other people's content and write books on it. America the beautiful. People be jacking on it online, man. They steal, man. Steal your time. They steal your audience. They steal your ideas. I stole an idea tonight. I don't usually steal ideas either. I was like, look, somebody stole my idea. I know they weren't even thinking about what I covered. They would come behind me and cover D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley getting wellness check. Uh-huh. Put the check in the mail, dude. Like he was thinking about that. Oh, Tim get views on that. Let me do that. People funny, man. Funny style. See what somebody else do, go do it. No, but I stole something tonight. I mean, I borrowed. I was inspired by somebody. Hassan. Okay, so, and actually I'm going to cover him tonight, so it's fair. I just use his style, his naming convention, his way he titled his video, you know, because he's a Twitch streamer. And he has millions of followers on his Twitch. So I'm like, if this guy's got millions of followers on his Twitch, he's got to be doing something right. Maybe I can learn something from him. That's how I am. I say, hey, maybe I don't know everything. Maybe old man Tim can learn from young man Hassan Abi. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. So as the Democrats look for a way to try to figure out what they're going to do, how not to suck, they decided to bring this young man in because he has a Twitch following. He's the nephew or cousin or something to Cenk Uygur. And yeah, here goes this clip. Here goes the clip of CNN interviewing him, trying to get some advice from him about how to create a Democrat or liberal, whatever the Democrats call themselves. I don't know what they are. They want to make a Joe Rogan version for the Democrats, even though Joe Rogan was a Democrat. But they want to make a new Joe Rogan.
Tony O'Sullivan.
This is Hassan Piker.
This is my dog Kaya. I thought you legitimately were gonna work out.
I could do some weights.
He's a social media superstar with almost 3 million followers on the video streaming platform Twitch.
They're eating the pets.
So this is that whole masculinity thing people are talking about, huh?
And he's part of a growing group of streamers and podcasters reaching young men online, a space Trump tapped into to reach young male voters.
Punch in, then you won't be able to see that he's not doing any weights.
But Hassan is not a Trump supporter. He's a progressive, a fan of Bernie and AOC. The Democratic Party even invited him.
Yeah, when you say you're a fan of AOC and Bernie, yeah. Yeah, I mean, in what world is that not considered ludicrous at this point? I mean, anybody can't see through these two people. I mean, I'm not going to knock it because there was a time when I didn't see through them. But I guess I was in denial because, you know.
To the DNC in August.
One thing we've been hearing for weeks now is that the left needs a Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I don't think that the Democratic Party can podcast itself out of this issue.
We also need a slimmer, taller Don Sullivan. But hey, you know, old man Tim needs to shut up, mind his business.
Joe Rogan, he endorsed Bernie Sanders in 2020. Maybe they should do an autopsy on why he left the party. I like to work out. I'm very bro-y. A lot of people look at the optics of that and they don't like it. They think like, oh, well, he's a little toxic, isn't he? And they don't really listen to what I have to say because I'm significantly more progressive than the average Democratic campaign.
Yeah, I've heard you say when it comes to stuff that guys like, you know, you seek that stuff out online, whether it's watching a streamer, whether it's watching guys talking about working out and fitness. You say that the right wing just dominates that space.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I think that's why I started on Twitch, right? I know for a fact that the video game space is like people who consume this culture, people who are a part of this culture.
He saw a niche in the market and a way to make money. That's what he did. So it's one of the things I don't like about the lefties or the whatever these, labels. He calls himself progressive. Okay. It's just a marketing play. I mean, both of these parties are garbage. And everybody should know that. Anybody in this business for more than 2 seconds has to know that. Okay? So if you're covering politics and you want to have an IQ above 50, able to tie shoes, chew gum, and not start the car with your feet. Drive the car with your feet, I should say. Yeah. You don't barbecue inside with the gas grill. Or charcoal grill, whatever. So, he has to know this. I didn't discover Bigfoot. It's very obvious. So, we're going to listen, but we're not going to listen because it's all cap. It's all cap.
Are not all right wing. I wanted to showcase the people that like, no, you can be a progressive person, you can be a leftist, and like have fun at the same time.
How many people were watching your live stream on election night?
The total unique number was 7.5 million.
There's a general sense.
This same guy was shitting on Dave Chappelle for making jokes about trans, but never shitted on Dave Chappelle for making jokes about blacks, or whites, or Asians, or Native Americans, or anybody else. So he's a part of that whole thing, man, where, look, man, either everybody gets jokes or nobody gets jokes. Because everybody's dying, everybody's broke, everybody's struggling. We either all can laugh at each other or no one can ever laugh at anybody ever again. That includes people who are differently abled, LGBTQ, anything, okay? He doesn't get that. Though I know he gets that. So that's the problem with these people. They're hypocrites. The right is hypocritical too, but in different ways. But we talking about him right now in this type of thinking. Now he's on here, they're like, oh, this guy, let's listen to him. You know? But he's at least being more honest. I will give him this. He's more honest, though I thought it was a little self-serving for him to be like, well, you should ask Joe Rogan why he left the Dems. Yeah, I feel like that was self-serving because he already knows which way the wind's blowing on that shit. But I'll say he's a little bit more honest than the average Congressional Black Caucus member. Because when they start talking to them about the black vote, it's like, spend money with the church. Give me money and I'll figure it all out for you. So you'll see why I say that, because it's coming up.
That when it comes to the world of podcasts, alternative media, I don't even know what you want to call it, that Trump did a much better job with that than Democrats and Harris.
Absolutely. I think that's true. I was a naysayer early. When I saw the Aiden Ross collab, I thought, this doesn't have motion.
So this is Trump with Aiden
When
Ross.
Trump went on Aiden Ross's stream, I was like, it was awkward. It was weird. But then I saw Trump on Theo Vaughn, and he started talking about cocaine. And I was like, uh-oh, this humanizes him.
Cocaine a stronger
Oh, yeah.
up?
Yeah. Cocaine will make
So you're way up with cocaine more than anything else you can think of.
Cocaine will turn you into a damn owl, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll.
Harris did consider going on Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
but she didn't.
So that was a mistake as well, I think, because Joe Rogan can't deliver adversarial interviews if his life depended on it.
What is it that the Democrat Party...
He can ask a question, though. You know, like Sonny did. So what are you going to do different than Joe Biden? That's that adversarial. See, they're just underestimating the funkiness, the flat-out incompetence of Kamala Harris. She fell down on basic shit. There was no need to ask tough questions. So what do you plan to do? Became like 14th year trigonometry, jiu-jitsu, rocket science for her. Not being honest, sir.
has to do differently?
Well, I think that they need to change their policies.
It's a policy thing.
Yes, it's 100% a policy thing.
Because I'll say, right?
Which is the boring answer, although it would be...
And your culture. Change your policy and your culture. They've been eating it with culture for a while. Left that part out too. Culture is just as important as policy. It's the way people feel about you. It's the mood. People feel constrained. People feel like they say the wrong thing, they lose everything in their lives over saying something that they didn't even know was wrong to say. It's happened to me. but they couldn't take nothing because I have nothing that they could take. But they try to destroy, though. So people have witnessed either it happened to them or a friend that they know where these progressives go and they destroy one another, destroy everything. And then people just leave. So, yeah, policy is important. I want to see if they get to the real policies. Let's hear what they say about policy.
Very self-serving for me to say, I'm the left's Joe Rogan, the Democratic Party should give me millions of dollars. That's not going to solve this problem. What will solve this problem is if the Democratic Party actually adopts real left-wing economic populist messaging instead of purposefully avoiding that stuff because they're terrified of upsetting their corporate donors. I think Trump speaks to male insecurities better, and I think Trump speaks to...
Dude, if they wanted to do that, they don't want to do that. And this is why I say it's so obvious that both of these parties are horrible. It's so clear, man, because of course we know that's what they need to do, but they don't want to do it. That's why I say your mission is a foolish mission, because they don't want to do that. Of course they know that. Of course we know we should just give everybody more money, but instead, let's give them an extra 15 minutes break. Yeah, let's put some sweethearts in the break room for them. Or what's those little granola bars that they like? Get what I'm saying? We know more money would do it. But we ain't gonna do that. We ain't crazy. We ain't gonna do that. That's stupid. So yeah, like this idea that the Democrats don't know what the problem is, don't know what the problem is. You haven't touched your wife in 2 years. She's messing with another guy down the street now. If you want to know what the problem is, maybe you should rub her back sometime. Maybe come home every once in a while. Oh, he's out, he's got a new girl, and he's married to you, but he's somewhere else. Maybe you should, fry an egg or two, or put on something sexy sometime, play some Luther. It wouldn't kill you. Put out a little. I don't know. But see, people know what they need to do. They just don't want to do it. Then they want to find other ways to do it. Get it? Like threaten to take you to court. Put stuff in your gas tank. So, and this is why I'm saying, guys, I get tired. I'm just tired. People say, Tim Black, you're a truth teller. You're the most honest person in politics on YouTube, man, that I've ever found. Dog, I'm just tired. I'm not honest. I'm tired. I don't have the energy to lie. I don't have the time nor the energy to keep up the farce that these guys do. I don't think I'm going anywhere special. Okay? I know I'm not going to get a big deal. I'm not going to end up with a big show on some major thing. So why BS, right? Why not just enjoy my time and be an honest person? Why not that? And I don't got time to jump through hoops and pretend people don't know what's wrong. They let millions of people come through our border. No other country on the planet does it. You think they don't know that's wrong to do? Really? 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 Really, 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 really? Come on, man. The shit that they're doing, they knew why they did it. They did it for a reason. So this whole thing where people pretend like it's a mistake and they just need smarter minds to help them figure it out. These are people who are playing, they're playing dumb right along with the system because that's how the money keeps coming. That's what it is. Oh my God, she don't want to be with you anymore. Then you find out you talk with your hands. He occasionally uses his hands to make his point. I wonder why she doesn't like that.
To the anger that people have, whereas the other side of the political spectrum does not speak to that anger at all.
There's been a lot of controversy around you.
Yes.
The way you talk about Israel is viewed by some as anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Are you anti-Semitic?
Of course not. The real problem here is that I'm an anti-Zionist. The real problem here is that I'm extremely critical of Israel, and
his career's over.
all of the information that's
his career's over. That's it. So now you got to worry about them saying, give you money. Give you money? No, man. Ask Chucky Booker. Cory Booker, I'm sorry. Ask Cory Booker and the like, man. You got, all the Zionists like Bakari Sellers, all these people, Hakeem Jeffries, why all these black people love Israel so much? Because they got to run and they can't raise money. That's why. Look, man, you ain't got to worry about them propping you up as the Democrat Joe Rogan. You just sealed it. I'm surprised he even interviewed you. He sat down with you all this time and didn't ask that question. He could have just left that one out. But he wanted to make sure that the Democrats wouldn't flock to you. Why else put that in? Are you a Zionist? I mean, are you an anti-Semite? Come on, man. As if you were, he would be sitting there.
Available, especially on social media, for so many people that don't necessarily rely on mainstream media any longer to get their information. And that's why you see this generational gap. If you're over the age of 35, you're still operating on the old boundaries. You're like, no, Israel's the most moral democracy in the Middle East, maybe in the world, right? And I think that the major generational divide that is, I think, in a very damaging way, feeding into the mistrust overall that people have with mainstream news in general, is coming from that.
Yeah, man. Like you said, man, he's a young guy. He's got a lot of growing to do. Maybe he'll grow into it. And look, another thing they're leaving out is that Joe Rogan is a grown-ass man. Joe Rogan he's about my age. He's like 50, right? Yeah, we're both grown-ass men. Like, people that watch Joe Rogan, I know some young guys watch him, but people across the spectrum listen to his because of the people he brings on are pretty much adults. I'm not saying Hassan's not a grown-up. It's just he's a much younger grown-up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different demographic. You know what I'm saying? I look at my demographics, 80% of my people are 44 years and up. So my people have homes, they have families, they have kids, they have grandparents that's getting older. We got a certain thing going on with the people that typically listen to my show. Some of them are retired. Some are hoping to retire. Hopefully they'll be able to live indoors when they do. Like, these are people with a certain core set of things happening in their lives right now. Unlike Hassan and his people, they're more younger. Maybe they want to get married and settle down at some point. They're just bitching about the price of groceries, the price of getting a home or an apartment, these things. The things that young people complain about. My son, who's in his mid to late 20s, like that's his era, the millennials. So your younger millennials, I guess that's what they call it. Gen X? I really don't know. I'm Gen Z. I'm sorry. I'm Gen X. He's Gen Z. Gen Z. Okay, Gen Z. So, yeah. I just find it very much frustrating trying to time to weed through these types of arguments. Frankly, it's pretty clear, I think. It's pretty clear the Democratic Party is where it wants to be. I want to remind people they burned through $1.5 billion. $1.5 billion. Let's remember that, okay? Now, you got to really suck to spend that much money and lose in every statistical category and to lose with every type of voter. Okay? They lost ground with everyone. So when these people complain about the country and complain the whole country's crazy, racist, xenophobic, bigoted, hates women, they're talking about every group of people. And it just doesn't make sense. We're going to talk more about that in a little bit, but what do you think about his sign to be? Is he going to be able to be, even though he doesn't even want it? He's not saying, hey, make me that guy. I don't want to be the Joe Rogan for these people. And he can't be because he's not a Zionist. So that ain't going to work. You need to go get like a David Pakman. Oh, that's right. No one thinks Pakman's cool. No one. And that's another thing. We're the cool people. I used to look over and be like, these people are not cool at all. And I know I'm an older guy at this point. I get it, 10 years ago when I started out doing this, though, 13 years ago, I was a little bit younger. And I failed to see like cool people in that lane at all. They don't like jokes. They don't like comedy. They complain about music, complain about clothes, and they hate everything. Everything's a problem. Everything. Nothing is just fun. And then they don't want to go to the mat for black people, so I really ain't got time for the shit. But it's all good, man. Only in superficial ways, like language. Yeah, they'll go to the mat with you about language and pronouns, verbs, and things you call groups of people. But when it comes to money in the pockets, when it comes to closing racial wealth gaps, when it comes to ending generational poverty, when it comes to things like business loans, reversing redlining, like all that shit that matters to black people, when you get older and you get some sense in your head and you realize somebody calling you a name that you don't know, that you can't even hear, typing it on Twitter, it's not that big a deal. But what is a big deal is when they type a rejection notice for that loan you're trying to get to start that business. That's a big deal, Goofy. Yeah, like, so people get it twisted about what's important, but you don't figure that out until you're old enough to figure it out. People getting shot, but people getting shot down on job applications, loan papers, appraisals. We getting shot down in every way imaginable. So, all right, I'm done. I'm done. What do you guys think about his sign? I thought he did a pretty good job. I disagree, but hey, he's a young guy. Hey, it's okay. I ain't got to agree with you. May the peace be with you. But stop pretending that both of these parties are worth a damn, because neither one of these parties is good. All right, guys, hit the like button if you like that segment. Thank you, Buck Beauty, for moderating. Thank you, people that came through, man. I tell you. Woo! So while we're on the topic of people being extra corny, right? So look, they're talking about 2028. You got me looking at the front door. Democrats are looking at the front door, wondering who they're going to be able to run. And they're like testing the water, I guess. I don't know what they're doing. Somebody said AOC. I'm like, what? To do what? Their bench is so short, it's like don't exist. They have no bench. They have nobody to bring in. Here goes AOC, the chosen one, who they're saying may have a shot in 2028. She's talking.
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives. We cannot.
I thought every political period had consequences for the rest of our lives. Every election has ever been has been framed as the most important election of our lifetimes. Every single one. So I'm calling cap. Okay? I'm calling cap. But if you don't say that, then you can't scare people into donating to campaigns, can you? If you don't scare the hell out of people, people could care less because they got other stuff to do. So you got to use fear, right, AOC? You got to use fear to get them in the chair.
Not give up. We now find ourselves in a time in history that has precedent, and we find ourselves, I believe, in a time where there are, let's say,
we're silent. Why come people can't just talk? Why we can't just talk? Hey, you find ourselves between a rock and a hard place. No matter where you are at, where you're from, right now, money is tight. Opportunities are sparse, and people's backs are against the wall. Some of us are doing better than others, but when there are people doing well, believe me, throw a rock, you can hit somebody that's not doing so well. 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Obviously, that's not a good place to be, because stability is something that increases happiness in life. Okay, you look at the happiness index across countries, we ain't doing so hot. Okay, even though we got Netflix and Max and Hulu and Peacock, we still ain't doing so hot in the happiness index. See how normal people talk, AOC? They don't fish for words to say to be scary or dramatical. They just say words. I will never vote for someone who can't talk. And if I don't feel like what you're saying, you don't even believe it, why the hell would I? Why the hell would I believe you if you don't believe you? You need to go look in the mirror, recite whatever you're going to say, and then come back and then talk again. Shout out to people that told me she was garbage back in 2019, 2018. Shout out to you. You are probably the biggest mistake I ever made, and I had nothing to do with you getting elected. And I don't live in New York, but I just feel guilty that I didn't, I don't know what I could have done. Now I have to sit back and watch you. At least if I opposed you and you won, I would feel better. You know, she was beating some old white dude that had been in office for 30 years. As far as I could tell, hadn't done shit. So it looked like it was going to be a win. Who knew she'd come in and blend right in? It only took one election cycle for her to become part of the team.
Years in history of mass movements of people that mobilized to protect one another in times of fascism and authoritarianism. And this is the era that we are poised to enter. Donald Trump has talked about turning the military on U.S. citizens.
You mean like Obama with the drone strikes on U.S. citizens? Oh, that's right. You can't say that one because that's a Democrat, right? Yeah, we'll want to say that. What about spying on American citizens using the CIA and the FBI? Oh, can't say that because that was Obama again. Oops. A lot of Democrats doing that shit, huh? Damn, can't say any of that. How about going after whistleblowers? Oop, can't do that because once again, Obama, a Democrat. But see, you were quiet when all that shit happened. You were quiet when it happened, and now we got to hear about the fear-mongering. Trump's going to do what Obama already did. Oh, no. He going to be as bad as Obama. Oh, did I say that out loud? Because you would never admit that, would you? You would never admit that. All these charges on Trump happened after he filed to run in 2021. That's when all these charges came up. Goofy. But you wouldn't say they were weaponizing our institutions against him, would you? Of course not. You would never say that. Because Trump is Hitler, right? Hitler who hasn't caught a single body. Hitler that hasn't opened up a single concentration camp. Hitler that hasn't bombed a single place that took us to no new wars, unlike our other Democratic presidents. Huh? But still Hitler, somehow, some way. Huh?
He deems his domestic political enemies, authoritarians and people that he affiliates closely with and strongmen abroad in regimes like that.
Shut up. People listen to her for some reason. They do. They listen to her for a reason. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I know I'm supposed to see. This is why I say people like Tim, Jon Stewart's really good. How good is Jon Stewart if he ain't hitting her with a hammer every time out? Yeah, you people that tell me Jon Stewart's really good. Why isn't Jon Stewart calling her a hack? He can't hear? Listen, not his forte? Why isn't he calling that out? I mean, that sucks as bad as Ted Cruz and Lindsey Graham. That's up there with sucking. Freaking hard to listen to, and it's annoying, and it means nothing, and it's hypocritical. So don't stop with the John Oliver and Jon Stewart. If you just like those white guys, go be with them. Go over there, go play. He's real selective about who he goes after. Now, you can spend all day, you can spend a season on this moron if you wanted to, but he won't. He will not. He'll say one thing and keep it moving. So cut the nonsense. Cut it. Both parties suck. All right. AOC, they say she's going to run in 2028. I'm trying to figure out from what. A cohesive, a coherent speech-giving style? What? From a speech coach? From what? The truth? She's already been running from that. What else could she run? I don't know. Run a lemonade stand? What's she going to run? Oh, for president. Oh, God. Oh, God. I would rather not have a Karen for president. Thank you very much. People are delusional, man. Really? You want to hear that? Tell your annoying little sister to go have several seats. Say, little sis, go have several seats. Crying at the border because kids are being incarcerated. Come to Maryland. I incarcerated little black kids in Maryland juvenile facilities were being raped and essayed. Big lawsuit. I wonder if she came here and started crying. Before she went down to the border, it was crying. What if she might come up to Maryland, do some crying? Do some crying for that? Nah. No cameras in Maryland. No cameras at the juvenile, at the gladiator camps where they house our kids for shit like being truant at school. All right. I'm supposed to have fun, man. What is this? This is the day after Thanksgiving. I'm supposed to be light. We're supposed to have fun. You're supposed to laugh. I'm supposed to say witty things. We're supposed to just yuck it up. Yeah. Tee. Aren't we? Why am I getting upset? I shouldn't get upset. Be a joyful warrior. All right. Bye, AOC. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Okay. Oh, I didn't get to this shit. Okay, fine. Asana B. So, guys, look. Since we're on people that are annoying, you know, I didn't go after. I told the truth about, what's his name? Al Sharpton. Before Al Sharpton was D.L. Hughley. Al Sharpton, D.L. Hughley, I've been kind of on a roll, you know, but I don't want to leave out anybody. I want to show that I'm not discriminating against people that suck, you know, because, you know, I don't want to be accused of being a misogynist. So if I didn't give my attention to a woman that sucks, then that would not be fair. We want to be fair and balanced here on the Tim Black Show. We want to punish both genders. Angela cry is very annoying.
I'm very emotional.
We know. You're just not very competent. You're not very competent. You're not very wise. You're also not very influential at this point. You have chalked away all of your credibility on these Democrats chasing behind him, and then, oh yeah, I'm black too, let me throw that in there. Oh, I'm a woman too, let me throw that in there. Let me see if something's going to stick to the wall. I gotta say, her tenure is up. Her tenure is up. It's got to be.
I'm very emotional. I think that I feel the obligation
to cry.
I feel frustrated.
Want to go pee pee.
Honestly, with myself, because I spent so much time over the last couple of weeks just focusing on the half that I hate right now, like the half of the country that I despise.
Yeah, like how was that going to help anybody? You know, I often wonder these people that who do you think's watching your podcast? Gillum? Who's watching? I don't even watch it. I saw this clip on Twitter. That me? Who's watching? Are you trying to get conversions? Are you preaching to the choir? What are you doing? You guys know damn well you're preaching to the choir. That's it. That's who you're preaching to. Maybe you got some young blacks. They're not going to go vote. Like you guys are not talking a way that would penetrate anybody that's conservative. So who really is your audience? You spend all your time crying and calling white people devils or evil Hitler people, Nazis or whatever, but none of them watch you. So you're not really influencing anyone in any particular direction that's going to help anything. You guys, you sitting around crying because you're talking to people that aren't listening to you. That's what you're doing. I have a diverse audience. I still have more of a diverse audience than you. And I never get TV time. And I wasn't a mayor and I didn't run for governor and waste a whole bunch of money like you, Andrew. So you got people that have been prime time on this show and you have no diversity in your audience. So what good is it? What good is it? You are hacks. You're hacks. Because the only way, guys, look, the only way you can have an audience that's a monolith is if you're a hack. Because not all issues are cutting dry. Some things a little bit more liberal about, some things more conservative about. Some things you might be in the middle about, I don't know. But when you are always on one side of the issue consistently, that means you're a hack. Because that's not how life works. That's not how it is. So the fact that your audience maintained is strictly that way. Since I began, there'd be people that were conservative that watched my show, and people that were progressive, and people that were moderate. Because truth rings through. Truth permeates all sides. When you speak truth about shit, you get everybody, and then you're able to influence or have some type of effect. And I say influence, I just make people think. That's it. Have conversations. That's it. It's not really to change people. People change themselves. You never change anyone. They change themselves. So I don't know what she's crying about. She's crying because she lost. Democrats have run the country for 12 of the last 16 years, and this heifer's crying because they lost an election that they gave this loser 3 months to do. Right? And now it's the end of the world. Now it's the end of the world.
And I'm frustrated about that because you don't get understanding through frustration and hate. And I think that what I feel guilty about is knowing that there's an obligation to a whole other half, you know, of the country and feeling.
This is what delusion looks like. None of those people you should be talking to your people. Because those other people don't listen to you. Why would they ever listen to you? listen to you call them names? These people that you hate, you think they're listening to you? You are dumb. Real talk, man. You are dumb. Take your degree and burn it. What good is it if you're an idiot? No, I'm serious, man. She's a grown-ass woman. And this is too, when you, I can see she was in her 20s or 30s maybe. This woman is up in her upper 40s. She's in her 40s, maybe almost 50. If she doesn't get it, really? You think a bunch of Trump supporters are like, oh, let me listen to her. Let me see what she's talking about. Oh, she just said she hated me. Oh, she called me Hitler. Oh, she called me a Nazi. Oh, she called me a racist. Oh, this is good. I want more of this. This is great. Fucking idiot. It's stupid. This is how they work things. This is how they outreach. And then to cry and whine on your podcast because you are able to change America. Kamala had $1.5 billion and couldn't change it. You think you're going to change it with your shit podcast? Really? Really? Or you just can't wait to go back on CNN. Here goes an idea. Stop going on CNN and stop going on the Breakfast Club since it's a futile, pursuit. Just stop. Stop. Uh-oh. Won't be able to put on a fancy dress. Go to the shindig. Get out of here.
Like there has to be a conversation, a come to Jesus, as they say, with so many people because we are really not on the same page. And I am at a loss at this point for how to get there. And so
talk directly to people about things that matter. Be helpful, be honest, be realistic before you be about your damn party or your damn candidate. You've been kissing Kamala's ass for the last 6 years. I saw you. And she has done nothing with her political stature to make her ass kissable. So you are hung up on identity politics. If she was a white woman, you would not give a fuck about her. But because she is brown skinned, she got some pigmentation, you care so much. Get out of here. Get out of here. Horrible. Woman flip-flopped on every policy she stood for. Your goofy ass been soaking it up, hoping you can get proximity to power that you can grow your career. Ain't nobody fooled by you and Charlemagne and Joy Reid and Donna Brazile and all of y'all. It's all the same story. It's pathetic. It's lousy. It's what it is. Only morons are buying it. And now you got a wake-up call that most of the country are not morons. They are not buying it. They're tired of lip service, soaring rhetoric from Democrats. And you don't talk directly enough for anybody who's got shit going on in their life. You don't say anything. You haven't said anything this whole time. You're boo-hooing and not even saying anything. What are you even talking about? Talking around yourself. It's just you and him. And you can't just say whatever the hell you're trying to say. Like, boom, spit it out. Big baby, grown-ass children.
So I think you guys know I'm fiercely competitive over all kinds of ridiculous things. But what I really don't like to do is I don't mind saying I don't know. I don't mind admitting I don't know. I hate not knowing for an extended period of time and feeling like the overwhelm of I don't know where to turn.
They came to this podcast to talk about this shit. They came here to talk about this. This is pathetic, man. And then they wonder why they lost. Man, it's so clear. You have no intention. You have no directness in your rhetoric. It's just all over the place. And it's a bunch of, this is about you. What the hell does this got to do with everybody else? Have you built up a certain collateral with people that they give a shit what's going on with you? Like, have you shown that you care about them first? I don't feel like you care about me at all. In fact, it seems like you hate half the country. That's how it seems to me. So why would people care about listening to your ass? I don't get it, man. Look, man, God bless them, man. I mean, I know I come off brutally brutal, but I ain't being honest, man. I'm being real with you. It's the best advice you probably ever get. Because ain't nobody trying to tell you nothing. Either trying to sleep with you, or they trying to get a favor from you, or they trying to be beside you to boost their own careers. They don't give a shit about you. Okay, I'm telling you straight up. Cut the antics. Cut this soft shit. And if you want to talk to people, leave your party politics on the side of the road. Talk about issues. That's it. That's all. You guys get on this podcast and champion for Democrats. That's not a way to do. You are political operatives. Nobody gives a shit. Hey, go do something else. Because that's garbage. That ain't going to work. Nobody's interested. Who the hell gives a damn about political operatives, about what's going on with the politics of their world? People care about what's going on with their lives, what's happening in their worlds, what affects them. That's what you need to be speaking to. You're not speaking to that. I don't want to hear anymore. Because someone's going to say more mean things. And why do I need to? I don't need to say more mean things. You know, I don't need to say more mean things. That's enough. That's enough, mean Tim. That's enough. It's just, you go too far, man. Go too far with the mean stuff, man. Lighten up, Tim. Let it go, man. Don't be so mean. It's just like, why? Gillum, you couldn't pull her off that shit? You couldn't lighten the mood? Couldn't pull her away from the brink? What good are you? You're setting it up, man, making me have to hit her with the truth. Hard across the head. So the go-to is to stop boo-hooing and crying. Look, guys, it is what it is. The country's going in the wrong direction. Man, that kills me, man. The country's going in the wrong direction. Motherfucker, the country is in the wrong direction. The country is the wrong direction. You understand what I'm saying? You don't understand what I'm saying? You think the country's going in the wrong direction. That's why you lost. You think it's going in the wrong direction. It is in the wrong direction. That's what the election was about. It wasn't about hateful women. People liked it. Kamala Harris is a woman. They just don't like that more than they like fixing the problems America has. People like black people. A lot of people like black people. I do. But you know we like more than seeing a woman that's Jamaican, Indian, maybe black? You know we like more than that? Fixing the problems of the country. She wasn't really offering to fix them. What are you not getting? What do you don't understand? Since when don't we like women? I love women. But I love living indoors more. I love my border having the semblance of safety. And I love to get rid of some fentanyl. Okay, I like to get that shit cleaned out the streets and save somebody the grief I experienced losing my child. Maybe that matters to me. You're goofy. You're sitting up here making this about personal, making everything about bigots. Everybody's either evil because they don't agree with you. Fucking bunch of narcissists. Like you run the world, like you know everybody more than they know themselves. Every group of people moved away from you. Why? Maybe it's you. You know, if you walked in the room and you went over, everybody you went over and talked to took a step back like, oh, Jesus Christ. You could, it wouldn't take you that long to go like, hey, did I put on deodorant? Do I need some Tic Tacs? Did I shot myself? These are things a normal person would ask themselves. Not Democrats. They start downgrading, berating, and dissing everybody that backed away. Like all those individual people all hate them. They don't even know you. What's there to hate? Every group, women, men, young people, old people, black people, black men, not black women. Black women never give up the fight. Everybody else, you lost traction with. Everybody. So is everybody, look, if everybody is as bad as you think, maybe you should leave. Yeah, we're a lost cause, man. Yeah, man, let's go the other way. Yeah, that's what we do. Go the other way. Since everybody, all other groups are so horrible, except for black women, maybe you should leave. Now, you can't take my wife. She said, we stand together. But you should leave, is what I'm saying. Because it's white men, black men, Latino men, Asian men, Asian women, Latino women, white women. Like, you lost with everybody. So I guess everybody, you should leave, everybody. Now, the whole country should leave just to leave you here in it. You know what I'm saying? You should leave. You the odd man out. You're the one that needs deodorant. And a Tic Tac. And a change of drawers. Think about it. All right. Yeah, here we go. We got to center ourselves. We got to center ourselves here. She's probably a lovely person. She's probably a lovely person. She's probably a lovely person. Probably a great person to get money with. You guys ready for some fun? All right. Angela Cry. When Angela Cry. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, 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 oh. Look at this here. Was inside. Nothing that's all tied up. Don't make me chase you. Even doves have pride. All right, guys. Feeling good, feeling good. But I hope you guys are feeling good. This is the Tim Black Show. We do this every day, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, except Saturdays. Let's bring it down a bit. Let's bring it down a bit, Johnson. Can we do this? Bring the lights down a little bit. I want to tell you guys, this is a very serious topic here. Get a little lights here, lighten up a little bit, darken up. All right. So, Joy Reid. My next topic is about Joy Reid from MSNBC. Hopefully, if there is a Lord in sky, she won't be there much longer. Well, maybe MSNBC won't be there much longer. Though I think they're going to keep her because, well, she's very effective at destroying the country. Let me explain. So last night was weird, man. I had a weird dream last night. It was like a Trump nightmare, right? And I've never had a Trump nightmare before. A literal Trump nightmare is what I had, guys. Listen, I dreamt Trump was altering reality. He had like a secret cache of these skin jobs, like these robots or synthetic people. And I know it doesn't make sense, man, but I kept, it was like these weird spokesmodels were coming out and they were talking to the people in like a press conference. And these people, they weren't people. They were like something else, but they resembled people. Like one of the first ones I remember looked a little like Ronald Reagan. And he was like talking, and whatever he was saying was incoherent. And he was saying how to, he was like laying down martial law. Like, this is the way the country's going to be. And, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I was like, this isn't real. Who's this guy? He's like, and Trump has authorized me to talk to you. I was like, this is not right. So then it was like, one next guy was like George Bush. And he was like the first Bush, right? The oldest Bush, the one that's deceased. And, he was like, 8 points a lie, 11 points a lie. And he was like talking, and he was talking about how the country need to go on this new path. And I was like, what are these people? What is going on? I'm like, I gotta be dreaming. This is very weird. Right? But I wasn't waking up and I was still in a dream. Then somebody else showed up. It was like Charles Bronson from the action movies, Make My Day. And that was, Yeah, was it Make My Day? I don't know. But anyway, he was something on a subway train in New York. He was playing this guy like the Avenger. He played in the revenge movies or something. Somebody remembers Charles Bronson. Anyway, short, like tough guy, right? And then the last guy was like, for some reason, it was Andre the Giant, man. Big, cock strong, big, huge dude, man. But I could barely understand what he was saying. Now remember, this is all a part of my dream. I shit you not, I had this dream that Trump was sending out these cyborg people to talk, and that he was changing the country. These skin jobs would appear on TV speaking about new Trump directives. The people resembled now deceased icons. The dream itself, it made no sense. Right after I had the dream, when I woke up, I got up and wrote this into my phone. Each person was flawed like multiplicity. Anybody remember that movie with that guy from the thing? Michael Keaton. Okay, so Michael Keaton played in this movie called Multiplicity. And what's funny about it is each of the copies were copies of him. He wanted to make his life easier. He said, I'd get more done if I had more people working with me, helping me do my job. So he copied himself and made another person. But every copy was less close to the original, was more flawed than the original. And if you make a copy of a copy, Jesus, and then a copy of a copy of a copy, oh my God. So that's sort of like what was happening in this dream. I shit you not, in this dream. So I finally woke up and realized it was a dream. This was the worst feeling. This is the part that got me. This is why I had to write it down. I said, so I was dreaming. Oh, none of that's true. These aren't weird. There aren't weird synthetic people talking and part of the Trump thing and like overtaking the country and coming on live telling us all this spooky shit. That's not happening. But that's when it got really scary, because I started thinking, this feeling of dread that I had while I was in the dream, is that how people feel right now? Yeah, I said, is that how people are feeling right now about Trump? They believe something that's fantastical, impossible, implausible, not happening at all. Something that's far-fetched, out of a science fiction book, or the mind of a deranged lunatic. But they believe it and they fear it. And it's not a dream. They're walking around thinking that this impending doom is descending upon them and everyone they love, and every part of their lives will be damaged and affected by this dark cloud. And I was thinking, like, this is what I imagine. I'm wondering, is this what people feel with Trump? I don't feel that, but that's what they feel. But for a moment, I felt dread about this dream. And this dream, I felt dread, like, what are we gonna do? Right? So this altered reality created an evil dictator hell-bent on power and getting his LOLs, his laughs, often torturing us all as we descended into madness. And I think that's what's happening to people. I make jokes about these people. I sometimes criticize them very harshly, like I just did with Angela Reid. I go at them, particularly the political operatives. Not so much the regular people, but sometimes them too. But now I'm starting to look at it another way. You know what? I saw an article. I saw it yesterday. In the article, it was about Marjorie Taylor Greene. And Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying that Joy Reid needs to be pulled off the air. She said, that was sort of like the title of the article, something like that. She said something like, Joy Reid is a threat. she is wishing death and wishing violence and destruction and all this something very negative she was trying to say that Joy Reid was doing with her being in place on MSNBC, right? And I thought about that. And for the first time ever, damn it, I agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Now, I don't agree with her as a person, her fashion choices, her politics, or her hairstyle. But I agree that Joy Reid is a problem. Folks, Joy Reid is a problem. She flat out makes up shit. And it would be okay if the people that she was talking to didn't believe her, were not feeling dread, were not at their breaking points. She's in the middle of a theater yelling fire, and pretty soon some people are gonna get trampled to death. And then she's gonna act like, see, that's what Trump did, when it's her. Trump is not even in office yet. And she's calling for people. I'm gonna play a clip. I'm gonna play a clip of her doing it. Okay? I believe, before I play the clip, I believe Joy Reid is causing mental distress. She must be stopped. Silencing someone is a last resort. I would never jump out and say we need to silence anyone. I'm not for censorship. This ain't censorship I'm talking about. This is self-preservation. This is the mental health of people who watch her show. If Americans are losing sleep over maniacal thoughts of unrealistic, conjured up morbid fantasies by Reid of impending doom, we are in big shit. Where will this lead? Fam, this is worse than Alex Jones. You have been warned. America, Reid must go. I'm going back to bed. Now I want to play for you this clip of her. Listen from a person. I want to implore you to listen to her and pretend for a second that you believe her. Don't listen to her thinking like you think. Listen to her as a person who believes that what she says is right, accurate, factual, believable, and is truly going to happen.
Their beds, we are the ones in the wrong. In short, our dinner, their choice. It's the same energy their forefathers had toward the indigenous tribes. Hey, let's have Thanksgiving dinner on the land we stole from you. But before we pack you off to the reservation and snuff out your culture, could you please pass the corn on the cob? There's the dozens of post-Civil War massacres wiping out black communities from Louisiana to North Carolina to Rosewood, Florida, and Tulsa, Oklahoma, where black communities got burned to the ground by racist white mobs. A century later, gentrified when rich folks want to live downtown because it's closer to work. But let's just call it even, because y'all got King Day, a black president, and Juneteenth. Geez, what more do you want? Accurate history? What, are you trying to hurt our feelings? These are the people who say the undocumented, who they get to call illegal immigrants, like the Pilgrims had permission to come here, have to suffer the consequences of their actions, right? They made the choice to overstay their visas or come into our country illegally, so if they get deported, consequences. But you right-wingers shouldn't have to suffer the consequences of your votes? You don't want to be around me because I voted for fascism. No fair. I'm coughing on you with COVID, but you want me to wear a mask for your safety? No fair. My body, my choice. Well, here's an alternative thought. Make your own dinner, MAGA. Make your own sandwiches, wipe your own tears, troll amongst yourselves with Elon, and leave us alone. You got your heart's desire, the president you dreamed of, and worship instead of Jesus. And this time, you didn't even have to storm the Capitol, smash the windows, or try to kill police officers or issue death threats to poll workers. See? You did it just by voting this time. Congrats. You got your way. And he even got away with breaking the law. Yay. But if you expect the 73 million who voted for the prosecutor, not the felon, and particularly the 92% of black women who voted for Kamala to give you a cookie for your vote, a trophy, a hug, a high five, you might be asking too much. If we want to eat with you, we will. But if we just want some peace over the holidays and we don't want to put up with your trolling while we eat our tofurkey, get over it. Stop acting like we owe you. And for God's sakes, stop whining. It's embarrassing. Our Thanksgiving. Our choice. And when we come back, I have...
Now remember, you got to listen to that as if you're a person that agrees with her. She did so many things in that video, that one clip, that I don't think you should be able to come back from. Like, I literally believe, man, like, honestly, I don't think that she should be able to come back from it. The most egregious thing I'm going to point out is she used, and I didn't want to do any more yelling, man. I've done enough yelling tonight, but I got to tell you, this bat, she used black massacres to black Americans to try to make her point about Republicans and Democrats. And I always have a problem when people use our pain and our suffering to their advantage for a political conversation that has nothing to do with us. This has nothing to do with us. This argument that she's having about Thanksgiving, this bat is talking about Thanksgiving dinner and why people that voted for Kamala shouldn't have to be around family members who didn't. Then she says they're the ones that are doing the complaining after she just went on a whatever long rant that was, complaining. It doesn't make any sense. Unless if you are a person that listens to this garbage. There are families being torn apart because of people like Joy who just want to keep a job. Joy has gone so far, once you've gone past a certain line, you can't come back. You got to keep going to the other side of drown, Johnson. She don't have a choice. She got so far off the deep end, there is no way back. She has burnt her boats. She must make it to the other side. She must conquer the villagers. Okay? Because there ain't nowhere to go back to. It's over. People that listen to her don't understand that. They don't understand that her rhetoric may have been good while Trump was out of office, but now she's toast. So what else can she do? Double down. Get pulled from the air, be a pariah, claim victim, and be able to start something else with all the people worshiping her, hosting her up, saying, she's our fighter. She went down fighting. Against what? Our electoral system? What'd she go against? The will of the people. Once again, if people got a problem, like I had a problem when I was a Bernie guy, when they threw Bernie under the bus twice. I had a problem with that. I didn't threaten to leave the country. I didn't leave Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or TikTok. There was no TikTok. I didn't leave any social media programs for it. You know, I just, it's like, that's messed up what they did. And then I voted a different way because I didn't even get a chance to vote for the guy. She got a chance to vote for Kamala. The last couple elections, the people I wanted to vote for weren't even on the ballot. This time forgot to vote for the person she wanted. Dr. West was out on the ballot in Maryland. The year before that, Bernie wasn't on the ballot. Year before that, Bernie wasn't on the ballot. I voted for Jill Stein. What I'm saying is, Joy Reid has had an opportunity to vote for who she wants. That's not good enough for her. Unless who she wants wins, it's burn it all down. If her person doesn't get into office every time, it's a problem. And for the people that are delusional enough to believe that we have really two parties, you tripping. You are witnessing the complete unification of one party. What part of Kamala Harris hanging out with Liz Cheney, getting endorsed by Dick Cheney, and people embracing that like that was a good thing? What part of that did you not understand? Were you born yesterday? What does that tell you about this divide of parties? Talk to me again about who's the greater evil, who's the lesser evil. Joy Reid's going on here every day doing some version of this. It's the last efforts. It's the last twitches of a dying journalist. She's destructive. It's intentional. She wants to get fired. She can get an exit package and go down a hero for those Looney Tunes that watch her. She's created those Looney Tunes by lying to them, exaggerating to them. I had a good Thanksgiving. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving too. And I think the majority of people did, regardless of what people voted for, whatever they voted for, whatever. That doesn't even have to be an object of conversation. You never change anybody's opinion about their politics. You just give them something to think about. You should never talk to a person with the intention of changing their political views or their religious views. That's up to them. That's a personal thing. Why would you think you could? There's so many reasons. There's so many reasons why people choose a certain religion and choose a certain political affiliation that it's really none of your damn business, even if they are related to you. That's their decision. And for her to put a wedge, to try to put a wedge between families, and for her to use black people's massacres, she used church bombings and massacres to try to make a point. As if the people that voted for Trump aren't black people too. And Latino people. And the people that voted for Trump, that you're saying they're all about deportations, there are Latinos and Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Africans, all types of people in this country that voted for Trump. It doesn't jive with her rant because every group of people grew. Trump made more ends with every group of people from his last time out. Not less. But instead of her doing any type of introspection, any type of diagnosis to what's wrong with her party, instead she looks at the rest of the world and shames them and tries to divide husband versus wife, brother versus sister, neighbor versus neighbor, co-worker versus co-worker. And for what? To keep her shitty job that's going away anyway. Joy Reid has to go. The sooner the better. And maybe some of these people can be saved from themselves and their delusions about how bad the country's going to be. All right. Thank you for that. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Hit the like button if you thought that made any sense. I think it did, but I'm a little biased. Unlike Joy, I can admit that. Whew. Last but not least, guys, before I leave you, I got one more clip. Now, this one more clip right here, guys. I'm sorry. I just gotta. This is. Stephen A. Smith had a guest on his show by the name of Jennifer Lewis. Anybody who knows Jennifer Lewis and knows her politics are already going, oh no, not her. Hang in there, you'll be okay.
Let me ask you this. What about what they've said in terms of Black, particularly Black men and Latinos, supported him more than they have in the past? Why do you think that is? And what do you have to say to Black men and Latinos who were not in favor of supporting Kamala Harris?
Oh, honey. Oh, honey. When your favorite niece and your 13-year-old daughter is raped by your alcohol.
Listen to this shit. Let me stop her for a second. Are you suggesting? She is. Stephen A. Man, you gotta have some type of ethics, man. You gonna let this windbag say this dumb shit? Anybody who commits a crime goes to jail, right? And what happens? All right, okay. All right, just want to make sure we all have some sense of reality here. Okay.
Alcoholic brother or the next door neighbor. And she tries to abort that baby inside of her from a rape.
You said that a couple times. Was not, you don't think it's having the type of effect you hoped it would have? You're afraid people are not triggered by it substantially to overlook the stupidity of your statement? Oh, Jennifer, you goofy.
You're going to regret that. They want to keep women in their place.
We do. And Kamala Harris is vice president. She is vice president. She was a spits away from the presidency. You do know that, right? Okay, my bad. No credit for that, huh? As a country, we get no credit for Kamala Harris being the vice president of the United States for the last 4 years. If Joe would have took a nasty spit on his bike, she would have been president. But you say, we don't trust women, we want them in their place. What's their place, the vice presidency? Just check it. It's a pretty good place. I mean, with all of the hand-wringing that the Looney Tunes have done, and other goofies like this one, Jennifer Lewis, they totally obscure the whole fact that Kamala Harris has been an attorney general, a senator, and a vice president. But that's nothing. That's considered nothing, absolutely nothing, if this careerist doesn't get to become president. None of that means anything. Because she could not become president, we hate women. We didn't hate women when she became vice president. It was, yay, we're great. We didn't hate women when she became a senator. It was, yay, America's coming around. When she became attorney general, yay. Third largest economy, yay. But because this horrible candidate, this word salad queen, cannot be gifted the presidency, gifted as vice president, given the position of vice president, given the Democratic nomination, what else could they get? Could not give Jennifer? We do not live in a country where you can give someone presidency. You had to win, Jennifer. She was given the vice presidency. You didn't thank anybody for that, by the way. You greedy bastard. You greedy lady. She was given that. She didn't earn it. She didn't ascend to it. She was given the Democratic nomination. She didn't earn that. In fact, people's votes were thrown out to give her that nomination. You didn't say thank you. Thanks for the hookup. You didn't give a head nod, a pound, or nothing. But because America did not vote for her as president, you want to say all Americans suck. You want to say that we hate women. Is it possible people just not into her? Could that be it? I know you want to sleep with her. You can't wait. I mean, something's going on, obviously. You got a crush on her, a girl crush or something. I mean, maybe the rest of the country don't feel that way. Maybe there's a large amount of the people, a significant number of people just didn't feel that way about her. They didn't want a commitment with her. Sorry, Jennifer. People get to choose, Jennifer. People turned you down, I'm sure. Somebody turned you down at some point. They got tired of rolling around with your ass. At some point, they turned you down. They turned her down, Jennifer. You didn't cry when they turned down Bernie. You didn't cry when they turned down Dr. Jill Stein or Dr. Cornel West. They all ran. Marianne Williamson ran. There are a lot of people. You realize how many people ran for presidency who did not win? Nikki Haley ran too. Did you cry? Why the only person it seems like you give a shit about losing is Kamala, who was the least, in my opinion, did the least. Dr. West did more speaking engagements, more interviews than her. Dr. West did 1,000 interviews. How many do you think Kamala did? When I had Dr. West on my show, he told me he did 1,000 interviews over the last 18 months. How many did Kamala do? Shut up. She didn't even work for it.
So disgusting. I can't even put words to them voting for her. They didn't vote for her, didn't vote because she was a woman. They didn't care that she was smart.
I don't think she's that smart. I think she's dumb. She's so dumb, she wasted all that money with Oprah and Roland and Al Sharpton and Beyonce and Cardi B and Glorilla and a bunch of other people that no one gave a shit about. Why give Eminem money? Had to get the Eminem vote. I mean, this is just dumb shit. You don't think it's dumb? You didn't find any of it dumb? Of course not. I'm wasting my breath asking you because you don't have an authentic bone in your body. Nothing you're saying here tonight is authentic. You're just gaslighting and flailing your arms around. Lady, this is not a play. You know? This is people talking. The reason why Stephen A. Smith brought you on the show, I don't know. He wants views. I get it. He's a media guy. But you are not at a rehearsal trying to get a Tony. You are talking about politics. You're not making any damn sense.
Powerful, educated, beautiful, kind, joyful, fearless.
Ah, God. Man, just send her a Valentine's. Be over with. Yeah, send her Valentine's and get it over with. Democrats don't understand. People don't vote for you just because they like you. Because they don't even know you. You know, people like Trump's policies better. You know, Trump is 78 years old. I think the majority of people were not thinking, is he beautiful? Jennifer Lewis is noticeably stupid. I mean, she is. She's covering it up with theatrics. But she sounds like Ricky Smiley with a... Well, Ricky Smiley is known to wear a wig too, so... She's plies with a wig. That's it. You ain't number plies with a wig. What's that LGBTQ dude on Twitter? X? Loud and wrong and saucy. I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna get my name out there. These people are desperate, man. Jennifer, you already have a job. You're gonna be able to work. You ain't gotta keep kissing ass your whole life. She is amazing and smart and beautiful and fearless. Really? What made her fearless, yo? how she didn't go on podcasts that could have cost her, that could have gave her the election. What'd she do that was fearless? Drill down on the fearless part. I wish I was there, man. God damn it, I wish I was big just once. You know? All the hacks get the good interviews, and then they don't say shit. What'd she do that was fearless? Name it. Only in a country, look guys, only in a country this lopsided, this biased, this screwed up. Could this moron come on TV and call the person that didn't get shot at fearless? You know? The person who did get shot at and then didn't have a person sitting there with a sniper rifle aimed at their ass and was just seconds away from being shot at again. And then came back out and did more dates. No, that's not the fearless one. The fearless one is the one who sat down in the Oprah studio for $1 million. That's fearless. See what I'm saying? This is why we got to give it to Joy Reid. This is why we got to give it to these types of people. Because it doesn't even make sense. There is no logic to it. There's no reasoning. None. It's just sellout after sellout after just contrived nonsense. Nothing about her, nothing that she says on these topics is in reality.
She would have taken care of this country. She would have protected.
Ow! The way she took care of it thus far? Oh, you mean all the wars and the bombs and the drones and the giving people money for other wars and the bombs and the drones? Or maybe it will be for, let another 5-10 million people come through the border? Is that what you mean? That's protecting this country? Is that what that is? Or you just don't give a damn about working class people that got to compete with all these new arrivals who didn't pay into the system not one iota? Huh? We driving. We got perfectly good people here working at Walmart, Lyft, and Instacart to live indoors. You can be bothered. You can be bothered to give a damn. You just know you need somebody to do your lawn for $20, for $50. That's what you know. You elitists, you Hollywood elitist crackpots. You are boring. You are all so you alike. There is so conformist, so alike, so robotic. It's not, you're not interesting at all, really. It's shameful, man. Let's let it go a little bit more, guys, then we'll hang up.
The people. She would have surrounded herself with great minds.
Really? You mean like Pete Buttigieg? Mr. Robot who didn't realize that trains can crash too? Moron. What great minds? Oh, Tim Walz. The fake coach who admits I'm sort of a knucklehead. Yeah, that's the guy we want one breath away from the presidency. A guy that tells you I'm a knucklehead. He don't remember where he was. He don't remember if he had a gun on him. Well, he don't remember what was going on in places he was at. So he lies, and then when he gets caught in lies, he says, "Oh, I'm just a nickel. I'm kind of knucklehead, you know. I get things wrong." Like he's talking about, managing, being assistant manager at Best Buy. You know what I'm saying? Like he said it with the cavalier, the nonchalantness of, hey, it's just no big deal. Just, sometimes I screw up, Sometimes you forget, what's going on if there's a cool going on, or if somebody just being cool. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're driving a coupe. You know, sometimes you get twisted. Sometimes things happen. You mean like that, surrounding yourself with those types of morons? It's okay, Jennifer. You still got a job. Your Diddy tape. Nobody want to see it anyway. Nobody want to see it. Grandma, come on. Sit your ass down.
But keeping women in their place was more important to them.
She just said that already. Yeah, running out of things to say. We gotta use the same talking points. Yeah, man. Being a president is not a particular thing that's anybody earns. I said it before. I say it again, guys. If you're judging yourself, your wealth, your worth. It's a shame that some people judge their worth by if somebody they don't know was able to become president, who didn't even get a vote to become that. That's kind of stupid. You know, primaries are important. People get to know you, and people get to decide if they like you more than the other people that are out there. If you skip that process, you skip that process, but you're probably going to get an L. It's a lot of good reasons why you got primaries. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't guarantee you'll win, but it doesn't guarantee that you won't lose. Oh, man. Fun times, Johnson, fun times. Look, guys, go to I'm Tim at TimBlackTV.com. I'm everywhere you are. I'm everywhere you are. Let me know what you think in the comment section. You can't fix stupid. I'm almost at the point, I'm like, why even try? Yeah, don't try to fix stupid. Just get away from stupid people. Yeah, I'll take that. What's going on, people? How you doing on a weird day? This is a Kirk Alton says, missed the last couple shows, but caught the replay. Killing it as always. Keep telling the truth and giving them hell. Kirk Alton in the house. Tyson Rowe became a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. Thank you, Tyson. Trusto Party came back through. So did Black Mamba, my friend. Megs gave somebody a membership. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Diamond G says, my mom is worried about a local nuke strike right now. Lord have mercy. See what I'm saying? See, that's what I was thinking, man. I had a thought. Like, we might want to be concerned about our family people. Unlike Joy Reid, we should care about our family members who think differently than us because they're going through something. Unlike Joy Reid, we should listen to them. We should have empathy for our friends because they're being lied to. Billions of dollars are spent lying to your family members. You know that, right? Always keep that in mind. Billions of dollars are spent to lie to your people to get them to think the way they do. They didn't come to these conclusions on their own. They had a lot of help. The Revelator, I think she knows deep down that MSNBC is toast, which means she's toast. I agree with that. That's why she's very dangerous. Tony B says, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, TB. Right back at you, TB. I am at Oz. Make news facts again. We see through the BS. Tim, thanks for all you do. Thank you for all you do, bro. And that's it. I hope I can find some upbeat stories for Sunday. You know, something a little bit, well, it could be a little nicer. I'm sorry, guys, but Jennifer Lewis and Angela Rye really, I'm sorry, Angela Cry. They needed that. Speaking of needs, I know what I need. Oh yeah, guys. Did I tell you? Become a member of the Tim Black Show by going to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. $5 a month starts you off. Go become a member. Patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. Shout out to the people that keep the show going. I love you, Wolfpack. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you soon, right here. And as always, where my ladies at?